The sleepy community of Hawkins County, Tennessee, was jolted awake when reports of a midnight arrest sent shockwaves through the ongoing investigation into the disappearance of little Summer Wells. For years, the case has gripped the nation. Countless theories, emotional interviews, and online sleuths have kept her name alive. But this new twist, an arrest made quietly under cover of darkness, has renewed public interest and reignited speculation about what truly happened to the missing girl. According to local law enforcement sources, the arrest occurred at approximately 2:03 a.m. near Beach Creek, not far from a Wells family property. Neighbors reported seeing flashing lights and multiple unmarked vehicles entering the narrow mountain road that leads toward Ben Hill Road. The suspect's identity was initially kept under wraps, but within hours, whispers began circulating in online communities, tying the arrested individuals long rumored to have knowledge of Summer's disappearance. One neighbor, identified only as Cuz, later came forward to speak exclusively about what she witnessed that night. According to her, officers moved with precision, using spotlights and night vision equipment. They knew exactly where to go, Cuz said, her voice trembling. They weren't searching, they were retrieving. Her words have fueled intense speculation that investigators may have acted on new, previously undisclosed evidence. For years, authorities have faced criticism for the lack of progress in the Summer Wells case. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, along with the FBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, has maintained that every lead has been pursued. Yet, the mystery endured. Summer vanished from her family's home on June 15, 2021. Her mother, Candace Bly, claimed she went missing while playing near the house after helping her grandmother with some chores. Despite massive ground searches and hundreds of interviews, no trace of Summer was ever found. The recent arrest, however, appears to have shifted the tone. One law enforcement insider described it as a turning point in the investigation. While officials have stopped short of naming the suspect's role, multiple sources confirmed that items were seized from a vehicle connected to the individual, items that are now undergoing forensic analysis. The nature of these items remained confidential, but insiders suggest that they could directly link to the night Summer disappeared. Adding to the intrigue, residents reported that the arresting officers were not from Hawkins County but from a specialized task force operating in coordination with the TBI. This revelation has led to speculation that the arrest was part of a larger federal operation targeting not just one suspect, but potentially an entire network. They weren't there for a routine pickup, Cuz insisted. This was planned, calculated. They knew exactly what they were looking for. Public reaction has been explosive. Social media platforms lit up overnight as true crime followers, journalists, and local residents scrambled to piece together fragments of information. Some online sleuths pointed to past interviews with the Wells family, suggesting that inconsistencies in earlier statements may have played a role in reopening certain leads. Others speculated that new technology, possibly cell phone data reconstruction or AI-assisted voice pattern analysis, helped investigators identify a crucial breakthrough. The Wells family has remained mostly silent since the news broke. Don Wells, Summer's father, previously stated that he believes his daughter was abducted. He also mentioned fears that people close to them may have been involved in covering up key details. With this arrest, many are now wondering if Don's earlier suspicions were more accurate than they seemed. Meanwhile, law enforcement has reiterated that the case remains active and sensitive. In a brief press statement, a spokesperson for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said, "We are continuing to follow the evidence wherever it leads. Out of respect for the integrity of the case, no additional details can be released at this time." Despite the cautious tone, those close to the investigation suggest that forensic testing could provide results within days, not weeks. The emotional weight of the Summer Wells case continues to hang heavy over the tight-knit community. Many remember the candlelight vigils, the posters on trees and power poles, and the heartbreaking interview from Summer's parents pleading for her safe return. Every new development reopens old wounds, but also restores a fragile sense of hope that justice might finally be within reach. Cuz, the neighbor who broke her silence, described seeing investigators combing through the woods even after the arrest was made. They were out there with dogs and drones again, she recalled. It felt like the first days all over again, only this time, they looked like they finally had a direction. When asked whether she believed the arrest would bring closure, she paused before saying, "I think it's just a beginning. They've known more than they've let on. Now, they're acting on it. In the wake of the arrest, new questions are emerging about the original timeline of Summer's disappearance. Several inconsistencies, such as when she was last seen, the movements of family members, and the role of certain neighbors, are being re-examined. A source familiar with the investigation hinted that fresh witness statements have emerged, possibly contradicting earlier accounts given in 2021. Digital evidence also appears to be playing a major role. Investigators have reportedly recovered old data from electronic devices previously thought to contain no usable information. Advances in forensic technology have allowed experts to reconstruct deleted files and GPS logs, offering new insights into the hours surrounding Summer's disappearance. It's like reopening a cold case with brand new eyes, one analyst explained. Except this time, the technology can see things we couldn't before. As the investigation gains momentum, many are turning their focus to whether additional arrests could follow. The midnight operation was too large, some observers say, to involve only one suspect. When you see multiple agencies coordinating like that, it usually means more names are on the list, a retired detective noted. They might have wanted to grab the first domino before the others could run. The resurgence of interest in the Summer Wells mystery has also reignited national discussion about missing children in America. Advocates emphasize that renewed attention can make a difference in solving cold cases. Every time a new lead surfaces, it gives other families hope, said one missing persons advocate. Summer's case could set a precedent for how persistence and new technology can finally deliver answers. Even with this major development, many residents of Hawkins County remain wary. Years of rumors, false leads, and online conspiracies have eroded public trust. Still, the image of flashing blue lights at 2 a.m. has given people reason to believe that change is coming. For once, it feels like they are getting somewhere. One local woman said, "We pray for justice for that little girl every night. Maybe this is the start of it." Investigators have not publicly confirmed whether the suspect has any direct link to the Wells family, but sources close to the case suggest that the connection, if proven, could reshape the entire narrative. This isn't just about who took Summer, a source close to law enforcement said. It's about what's being covered up and why. As the story unfolds, the nation waits for answers that have been years in the making. For those who have followed every update, every rumor, every desperate plea for truth, this moment feels like the start of something monumental. The arrest may not bring Summer home, but it could bring the truth into the light. And for a community haunted by silence, that's a first step toward peace.